What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. Well, it's over. It's over. It didn't take Marvel long, did it? Boy, the ink hadn't even finished drying, unlike the signatures on the guilty verdict. And all of a sudden, Jonathan Majors is like picking up a phone call.
Look, Megan, don't worry about it. I'm a great man. Megan. You just focus on being Coretta Scott King, and everything's going to be just fine. Don't even worry. Hold up a second. I got a phone call. Hold on. Ah, shit. It's Kevin. Yeah. All right. Face the music, right? Hey, Kev, what's going on? Uh-huh. Oh, it's like that? It's like that, Kev? Kev, I ain't even out the courtroom yet. You couldn't wait a day? That's how it is, huh? Okay, Kev, I hear you. No, I understand, man. I understand. Strictly business. I get you, bro. Okay? All right. Just remember my name, Jonathan Majors. I'm major in this thing. Just remember that, Kev. Okay? I'm a great man. I'm a great man doing great things for my people. Just don't forget that. Man. Dude sitting up here firing me, man. Do he know who I am? I'm sorry, man. He deserved that for that. Oh, I'm a great man crap, Coretta Scott King, that's what I need you to be, woman. I need you to be Coretta Scott King. Get the fuck out of here. All right, but anyway, man, so now what happens with this cat? What happens with his career? Marvel's done with him, all right? Marvel's done. What happens with his career going forward? That's the next big question, And I saw some of you guys leaving comments on the previous video. It's like, yeah, he probably needs to take some time off. Yeah, I agree. He probably needs to take a lot of time off, to kind of get his head screwed on straight. Because right now, his career is probably in one of the worst places it can be, And if there was any truth to him talking about offing himself, yeah, he better be watched. He better be watched carefully. But in the meantime, I don't think he's, in any danger. He could get his career back. He's just going to have to do a whole lot of work. It's not going to just be showing up and doing a good job in the acting role. He's going to actually have to go out there and put in some work. Somebody was saying like, yeah, you need to go out there and donate some time and some money to some organizations. You're going to have to go out and do an apology tour. You're probably going to have to hit the talk show circuits, when they will have you, because they ain't going to want to talk to you right now. They'll talk to you like the newspapers, but, the talk show circuits, when you're trying to rehabilitate your career and repair everything, give a public apology, like all of that kind of stuff, the stuff that he should have been doing, thinking ahead, if he had thought ahead, he would have probably tried to settle this out of court, and him and Grace Jabari just kind of, make amends that way, and get something going in that direction. But he didn't do that. And so here we are now. This cat is, pretty much on the bad side of his career. Jonathan May, yeah. So the meme. this meme shows up way too often, man. I wish people would come up with a new one. Jonathan Majors trying to show up at the Marvel Studios to continue playing Kang. Yeah. Key card don't work. All right. MCU since Endgame. Yeah. Hey, look, man, you ain't gonna get no argument from me, man. MCU since Endgame is pretty trash. He who remains in jail. I don't know if he's gonna go to jail. I don't think he's going to jail. I don't think that's going to happen. He might, or they might just say, probation, a huge fine, blah, 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 blah. But, he's going to have to cough up some money on a civil trial because that's coming. This was the criminal trial. The civil trial is next. Best believe that. So he don't have to cough up some bread to Grace Jabari for that stuff. Marvel Studios to Jonathan Majors, as soon as that verdict hit the headline, they was like, click, click, off, goodbye. But somehow Ezra Miller survived everything. I guess we know how the hierarchy works. Hey, look, I did a video about that. That Jonathan Majors was catching a lot of heat and flack, and Ezra Miller was seemingly skating out scot-free. I did a video about that. You guys can go look that up. I'm not even going to link it, but you guys can go and look that up. I talked about that and what Jonathan Majors might need to do, and start taking some notes from Ezra Miller. Let's see, from pivot from Kang to Dr. Doom now. Yes, I think that's exactly what you got to do. Let me hit that hard. I think you absolutely got to pivot from Kang to Doom right now. That's what they should have did to begin with. And so I think this is it. This is the time that you got to do. MCU since Endgame, absolutely. I mean, it is trash, man. I mean, Kevin Feige has to be just like, God damn, how could things possibly get worse from this point?
I've lost my main star. We were already doing bad anyway, and now I've lost this guy. This is nothing but a PR nightmare, and it's just blowing up in my face. Like, what am I supposed to do at this point? Yeah, one of the things apparently they're going to do is retitle this. They're not going to call it the Kang Dynasty anymore. Avengers, the Kang Dynasty will be retitled after Jonathan Majors' firing. Of course, this is on CBR. Due to Jonathan Majors' firing, Avengers, the Kang Dynasty will be referred to as Avengers 5 until a new title is given to the sequel. So, yeah, that's interesting to hear. I think they're just going to go ahead and go full Doctor Doom. That's what they should have done in the first place. And I think they now see, you know what, Kang wasn't really working anyway. Yeah, Jonathan Majors is gone. That gives us the perfect excuse just to dismiss this character that really wasn't working as a big bad guy, wasn't bringing the boys to the yard, wasn't making everybody super excited like Thanos. It wasn't a Thanos, all right? You know, he's just a regular guy, in my opinion, and a loser. You know, he's lost multiple times so far in the MCU. So, yeah, they're going to go ahead and just say, hey, let's rename this thing. Yeah, the Hollywood Reporter reported that Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, has also lost its title. Internally, the project is now said to be referred to as simply Avengers 5 for the time being until a new title will eventually be decided upon. Yeah, the Day of the Doom or something like that is gonna, that's what we're gonna get, all right? And again, that's what they should have did to begin with. Honestly, Doctor Doom was always the play, in my opinion. This news may confirm the previous reports that Marvel Studios was looking to drop the Kang storyline from the MCU altogether. Though even with a title change, there's still a chance Kang could be recast with another actor in the role. I mean, yeah, but why? You know, at this point, that's just going to remind you again of Jonathan Majors. At this point, dump him, all right? Dump him, get it gone. That's it. You know, no reason to keep on holding on to this character that really never worked. Remains unclear how the character may or not a factor in the Avengers movies. But Kang Dynasty was also switching gears creatively. That's right. Because Michael Waldron, all right, the guy that created Loki and wrote Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, he was brought in to write the screenplay for Avengers 5. He was already writing Avengers Secret Wars. And then Destin Daniel Cretton, he had left Avengers 5 to focus on other projects. So we don't even know who's going to direct this movie yet. We have no idea what's going to happen with Avengers 5. So I think it's a good thing that Marvel is, I think this movie comes out, Avengers 5 comes out in 2026, right? So in mid 2026. So they got pretty much 2.5 years to figure this thing out, you know, before that movie comes out. And I think by the end of this next summer, we're probably going to have a title, you know, sometime before the next summer of 24, we'll have a new title and we'll have our Doctor Doom, you know, we'll have all the pieces in place. It's just going to be up to the execution for that situation. But yeah, as far as Jonathan Majors is concerned, you got to start wondering what's going to happen with his career. Is his career over? I think, again, like I said on the last video, his career is definitely going to be on pause for a bit. Going to definitely be on pause. I'd be curious to see what's going to happen, like I've said before, with Magazine Dreams. You know, what does Disney do with that? Now it's on the shelf. Does it come off the shelf? Do they try to, you know, sell it to Netflix? You know, it seemed like Netflix will buy anything. You know, they'll buy Cuties. You know, if Netflix will buy Cuties, they'll buy this Magazine Dreams film if Disney doesn't want it. And they'll probably pay good money for it, too. They'll probably pay a decent amount for it. So if I'm Disney, you know, I'm trying to offload that thing and just, you know, be like, all right, that's it. We're done. No more Jonathan Majors around here. Let's get this thing up out of here. And, you know, that'll be that. But it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming days and weeks, you know, when we're talking about Jonathan Majors. You know, I believe he had his legal team did make a announcement. Let me see. Yeah, here's the statement from his lawyer following the verdict. Priya Chowdhury, the lawyer for Majors, said they were disappointed by the jury's decision. It is clear that the jury did not believe Grace Jabari's story of what happened in the SUV because they found that Mr. Majors did not intentionally cause any injuries to her. We are grateful for that, her statement read. We are disappointed, however, that despite not believing Ms. Jabari, the jury nevertheless found that Mr. Majors was somehow reckless while she was attacking him. The statement continued. She added that Mr. Majors still has faith in the process and looks forward to fully clearing his name. So are they going to appeal? Probably, it's probably going to be some sort of an appeal situation going on with that. Yeah, but this whole clearing his name piece, this is going to be the big thing when it comes to his career, because he's going to have to go out there and fix his career. He's got to fix his name. Hollywood's not going to want to touch this guy with a 10-foot pole. Everybody's just going to steer clear of this because this is poison right now. This is clear and obvious poison for any project that Jonathan Majors is associated with. So everybody's just going to steer clear of this guy. And yeah, so he's going to have to do a whole lot of cleanup on aisle 5 to figure out how he's going to get himself back in Hollywood's good graces. And you guys know how the left is, man. They are very unforgiving. They love the cancel culture, right? They love to cancel you. All right, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But you guys let me know what you think about this situation. Yeah, I think Majors, he's got a long road back, but clearly Marvel is just moving right on past him. They said, all right, that's it. Done and dusted. We didn't waste a day, all right? We didn't waste a second fooling around with this cat, all right? Let's get on about our business. Let's get on to Avengers 5 now and figure out what we're going to do next. But you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.